Oh, you know, Ken Langone is a longtime piece of garbage, but he's very wealthy, and he got it in his head a couple years ago that he wanted charter schools, and so went up, had a sit down with Andrew Cuomo, and Cuomo then came out with the charter school initiative. He's used to buying whatever he wants, and here he is on with Maria Bartiromo. In fact, it was in the mornings with Maria. And here's Ken Langone, a little bit concerned about what would happen if Bernie Sanders became president.
Sanders the other day said the U.S. should not have billionaires. No more billionaires.
They're going to shoot me?
Now, there are an increasing number of billionaires in China. So is that what we want? Do we want all the money to go to China and the billionaires? And you said 2 cents. Let me just say what this is.
Because, you know, one thing that strikes me about this, because every billionaire, not every billionaire, but every billionaire that we've heard publicly comment on it, they take it very personally. What are you going to do, just shoot me? Now, I'll tell you something. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. But I don't refer to myself as like a 100,000-aire or a 10,000-aire. Who does that? This is the way that they define themselves. This is the way that they wear this like it's their royal title.
To take that money away is equivalent to shooting him in his mind.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's that you're going to tax me more than I am getting taxed now. That's like physically trying to murder me. Good.
So is that what we want? Do we want all the money to go to China and the billionaires? And you said 2 cents. Let me just say what this is, because Elizabeth Warren is making a point of that. She says it's a modest tax. It's 2 cents on every dollar over $50 million in net worth. She says it goes up to 3 cents on anybody who has $1 billion. People are calling that confiscation. It's on wealth. It's not income.
Let's go back to Bernie Sanders for a minute.
Oh, and here's Bernie Sanders.
What the hell has he done for the little people? What jobs has he created?
Here's Bernie Sanders' press release. Sanders' plan would increase taxes on greedy companies. That's the press release. He says greedy companies. Go ahead.
Look, Bernie, Arthur, and I and Pat Farris started Home Depot 41 years ago. We have almost 500,000 people gainfully employed in that company today, all providing for their families, all building estates. We have 3,000 kids that started with us in the parking lot. That's the entry level. They're still with us, and they're multimillionaires today.
Wow. You've changed so many people's lives.
And they changed our lives.
Yes.
It was a symbiotic thing. Bernie, stop being a blowhard. Give us examples. You go for a job and you go to interview for a job. Tell me your qualifications. Show me your experience in life where you've done this or that or the other thing. At least I'll be able to say, he's been there, he's done that, he can help.
Let me tell you how many jobs would be affected at Home Depot if Ken Langone had to pay 3 cents on every dollar over $50 million. It's a random. That's a combination of the plans, basically. Zero jobs would be affected at Home Depot if Ken Langone was just a 100 millionaire instead of a billionaire. 0 jobs. 0 jobs. In fact, if you taxed me an extra 3% on my first dollar, do you know how many jobs it would affect in this office? 0 jobs. I'm sorry. 0 jobs. This is not, these aren't corporate expenses. This is just on accumulated wealth. The amount of jobs that will be affected by any increase in a tax on someone's net worth that is over $50 million is 0. 0. Maybe if there was a 100 millionaire who insisted on keeping all of their money in a vault at their home maybe you would lose a job or two of people in building those safes. But that's about it. And I don't think that anybody's regularly employed in doing that right now. That's how many people will lose their jobs. So everything Ken Langone said there is completely irrelevant. Here's Tim Pool weighing in. AOC and her supporters think billionaires have billions of dollars in liquid assets. They don't. Selling assets is complicated. Value is complicated. Net worth is complicated and actually sometimes a bit nebulous. So for the most part, no one has $1 billion. Well, I think that the people who came up with this were not assuming that everyone had like literally $1 billion $1 bills
on their bed
sitting in their safe. The idea is that they have assets and control that amount of money. And yes, it will be complicated as to how you measure it. But in fact, it's really just a political choice. And yes, there will be intricate schemes that billionaires engage in to avoid taxes. So what? So what? Still going to end up with net more money brought in on this wealth tax. When was the last time you heard somebody argue like people speed? So why do we have a 55 mile per hour speed limit? Right? People speed a lot. People break that speed limit all the time. I don't think there's a single driver who hasn't broken the speed limit at one time or another. But you don't hear about not having a speed limit. It's just absurd. It's an absurd argument. And the idea that anybody thinks that they have figured out something, like I'm so smart that I've figured out that what the people who came up with the plan to tax wealth haven't figured out yet, which is that assets are complicated and sometimes they're illiquid. So what? I mean, if you have to liquidate some of your assets when you're a billionaire, guess how much I give a crap? The exact same amount of jobs that are going to be lost because of it. 0. I'm sorry.
I would imagine it will create jobs.
Exactly. Exactly. It will create jobs. Somebody's going to have to figure all that out, all that complicated nuance.
It'd be fun to walk around billionaires' houses.
What's your job? I'm a nebulous decipherer for billionaires. That's what my job is.